But you gotta be there for me too.
Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I think last time we left off during a trial, so let's go without a further ado. Alright, so here we go. The murder... Suspect... Okay... So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do, Jan? Then I quickly got her. But how did she catch her if she's on the other side? Like, if I'm not mistaken, she's in the parking lot for the visitors, not for the prosecutors, so... You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her more for details? Yes. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The lunch lane car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! Amazing! The tough-up between lunch lady athlete indeed. It was taken over... It would have taken her a little bit of time to climb over that fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high too, and yeah, I don't think... can we see their, like, heights and stuff? No, I guess not. Well... Jumping 9 feet chain link fences is not that easy. How did Miss Sky not get away? Okay. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyways, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, Chief Prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the scene of the crime? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you know? No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. But how could she see that from where she was standing? Okay, let me pull out the floor map again. See, now, if she was standing on the other side of that chain link fence, in front of Edgeworth's car, as it had shown, how is she gonna see the that there's a phone there in the first place unless she already knows that there's one there. So that's kind of sus to me. That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. So she used the cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Okay. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use the... I'm just gonna try it. I don't think it might gonna work, but hopefully it does. Yes! Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago, and there's a motive for her to have, like, at least some bias. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. She kind of looks cute there, to be honest, with her pout and all that. Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. You're sweating. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Ah! Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would have been pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? No, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Phoenix, don't say what you're saying is a lie. Let me ask a question to a clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Judge is just roasting you now. Where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimonies we've heard up to now points in one direction. The place where Miss Star witnessed this crime was here. Well, I don't see any entrances other than this. Maybe because she said she had a boyfriend in security. Yes! This was the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard in the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It is built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor office, couldn't park at A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember your testimony that you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man got the better of Angel Star. Okay. Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright? Doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Actually, it would change a lot because she's on the second floor. How did she get to her so fast? Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If the witness is found to be lying, there's a guilty perjury. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. That is true. So tell us, what's her reason? What was her reason, Mr. Wright? I said it wrong, but whatever. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it back from B block. It must have taken her a vital difference, but what? What would change? Distance from the crime. It changes the distance between her and the crime scene. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans, and it's quite clear, and Edgeworth doesn't see it. The distance between the crime scene and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see what would change. What she could see. That's not what he's talking about, though. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the crime scene. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there? to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky. Witness? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Okay. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. Okay. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with a fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry? For the boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. So you had to go around. That would have taken a whole lot more time. Look at how much she's walking. Yeah, that's definitely not instant. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime, and 5 minutes a lot can happen. For 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there, in the defendant's chair, who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic sport. Okay. You have a point, and the sport is wonderful invention. Okay. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I'm gonna raise an objection anyways. 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it alone. Al dente. If you like it al dente. I've got a lunch. No. I've got box lunches that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5 minutes blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get me the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dulled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against defendant and the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overstated this witness on my account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. I'm afraid the cough-up queen has been dethroned. With that, the court is adjourned. Is that the end of the trial? Or at least... Oh! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah, this is your jumbo lunchbox. Woohoo! A triple decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Okay. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you've won, you won't be disappointed. What she's gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Okay, decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, of the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it was flawless decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why was this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Man, this girl's not gonna say the word, but you know. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know 2 rules of evidence law. 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, and at least for the time being. Is this right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could have at least studied some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding. It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Okay, victim shoe, white shoe, bears traces of blood of Goodman and Lana Sky. Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Can I see that shoe first? Yes. Okay. This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Is there anything in the shoe? Nope. Oh! What's this? Huh, there's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's blood. He must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's so horrible. Hmm? This blood might be important, an important clue. Okay. Alright, let's cross-examine this girl. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I was looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, didn't I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One, of course, the victim's. Okay. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have a problem with this shoe? I have a problem. This is critical. There is a problem with the victim's shoe. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's that. I'm gonna say it's this. The bottom of the shoe. Because Lana was cut. But I don't think there was blood on the floor. And I don't think the police would clean up blood. I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the floor on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? Yeah, there's no blood on the floor there, so I'm gonna try this. Yes! The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found on the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there was no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. There were... What? Okay. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. And probably the police verify that fact too. Order! 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 Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but if that's true, the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't any footprints. I think, Mr. Wright, think. Okay, think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. What? Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint of truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator. This one, a leopard woman, rar. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like their attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently, you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Washed away, I guess? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would have become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe quite clearly to this murderer. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. That's why the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So, that's when my sister got the blood on the shoe? Well, I see no reason for prolonging this trial. What? Mr. Wright, do something, please! What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Did I just get a game over? Please? Okay, thank God. Who is it? Oh! Little girl, What did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, is she like gonna say, "Oh, I'm on the side of justice"? I thought you'd had your head filled. Okay, I thought you had your fill, but you demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. Oh! Okay, a photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gal had to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see. No room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing that last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems it's what your sister wanted anyways. But you're not gonna let it happen because she didn't do it. Imagine if I'm actually defending the actual killer. I'm sorry, Mia. Don't tell me Mia's ghost is... Oh, okay. Right. Wait or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt and get another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time, I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Objection. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? I can't hand down my verdicts in peace now anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't wait. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph one last time. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, Mr. Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. Okay, that's Edgeworth's knife. There's no issue with that. That's the shoe. This is wet. Only thing I can think of is this. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait, just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. The car muffler, bro. A muffler's also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as it's a part of the exhaust system pipe. Ah, I see, I see. That's a suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as in your testimony. What? Let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's see what... Okay. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth is in the muffler is related to this case. Wait, why did I do that? Yes. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned muffler. That's why it had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler? Yeah. Yeah, it could be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe. If so, that means this piece of cloth is a vital evidence. Is vital evidence. Ah! Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. The suspend? I find myself wondering about this piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do have a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. Until the verdict, we will wait until... Okay, the verdict will wait until we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for 30 minutes. Recess. Okay. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Okay, to be continued. So I will be ending it there and starting off next. I imagine the next thing that's gonna come is indeed the investigation time again. Or we might come back to trial. You never know. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. Next week, we will have our first episode of College Football 25. So without a further ado, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.